Hi, I'm Ali. This is BizPod TV episode number 5. Now, before we start, we've had a complaint from a Mrs. A. Treacle of Bexley Heath. She says in an email, I've been an avid viewer of BizPod TV since the very beginning of time and am both shocked and appalled by the vibrant coloured background. What's with this? Is it one long commercial for iPod? As a woman, I find it very sexist. Yours with disgust, Mrs. A. Treacle. Well, Mrs. Treacle, let's try some different backgrounds, shall we? Maybe not that one. Yeah, what about that one? No. Maybe this? Still not happy? Okay, tell you what, how about we stay with what we've got and you just stop watching? Good. Well, that's 8 viewers we now have. Hi and thanks for watching. It's great to see so many of you taking interest already, even though we've only launched very quietly so far. Coverage on TechCrunch's UK blog was great, so do check that out. We'll put a link in the show notes for you. And there's also been some fantastic and constructive feedback on the Small Biz forums and on the blog. So thanks for that. Keep it coming. I promise to keep my hand wringing under control. I'm going to sit on them or something, okay? If you want to share your thoughts, just head over to the blog or drop us an email at info@bizpodtv.com. Now, the art of a good budget speech, it seems, is to bore the pants off us in the hope we won't notice our wallet's been nicked. Sounds dodgy, I know, but our Chancellor, bless him, mastered this particular skill when the budget was announced on the 12th of March. Nonetheless, for those of us who managed to stay awake, we noticed that there were some pluses. Just a few though. More money was put into the Small Firms Loan Guarantee Scheme that was made easier to access by more businesses. And a £15 million fund was put aside to support female entrepreneurship. That's me sorted then. But all this disguised successive increases in corporation tax for smaller limited companies over the next few years, and that's definitely bad news. Venture capitalists and serial entrepreneurs are none too happy about changes to capital gains tax either. There's now no particular incentive to invest in startups, which is hardly going to boost the enterprise culture here in the UK. Despite it being touted as a budget for stability, here at BizPod TV, we don't think it's done Britain's businesses many favours as the economy heads towards a slowdown. On a happier note, yeah, we like happy. We already seem to know a hot tip when we see one. No, we're not talking about the Cheltenham Festival. We are talking about our very first episode when we tipped Stephen Leach of Big Mouth Media and Mr. Kevin Meager, founder of Intermec Systems, to do well in this year's European Business Awards. Do you remember? Well, would you believe it? They both won. We were right. Stephen walked away with European Entrepreneur of the Year. Big congratulations to them both, but it's Mr. Leach who also deserves extra special credit for taking the latest craze to sweep the internet, or Twitter at least, more on this later, to a whole new level. Chin posing. Wonder what all this chin posing stuff's about then. Top tech tip of the week is another T word, Twitter. What's Twitter? Well, it's like social networking text messages on the go and at your computer using simple bits of software like Twitterific, which is a brilliant word, or Twirl, or even your mobile phone. You can update people about what you're doing in 140 characters or less. Sounds mad. That sounds a bit like a huge waste of time, but there is definitely something to it. It's a great way to get to know people a little better and to join dots between conversations and people. So what's the business benefit then? Well, basically, it's all about keeping in touch and building relationships. It's modern networking for those who are happy to embrace continual partial attention, apparently. I think that sounds more like it's some sort of disorder, continual partial attention. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but since it's free, why not experiment with it? Make some friends, start tweeting with your twitty friends and let us know what you think. Waste of time or the future of business networking? You tell us. Well, it's that time again, bizarre business story of the week. According to a recent survey by Orange Business Services, 7 million Brits genuinely believe they'll become millionaires. And 2/3 believe they'll hit the magic million within the next 10 years. Yeah, right. Bizarre? Well, maybe, but more bizarre was the fact that the survey also highlighted Britain's premier millionaire plumber. Charlie Mullins is the man. Plums for Gordon Ramsay, apparently. Gordon Ramsay's plumbing. Sorry, just thinking. Millionaire plumbers I actually can believe though, because afterwards they do charge an arm and a leg, don't they? But premier millionaire plumber, sounds like we got loads of them kicking about. So I guess some bloke turns up in a Ferrari to unblock your drains. Don't be surprised. And now to one of our favourite blogs. Affiliate marketing is one of the biggest online trading trends of the last 5 years. It basically allows retailers or manufacturers to create a massive network of resellers online who promote their products and take a small cut of any sales. It's potentially good for the resellers as well as the retailers, although you have got to wonder about some of the spam websites that you get with the, shall we say, disreputable end of the market, so steer clear of those. But if you're interested in knowing more about affiliate marketing, or you already know your way around and you want the inside track, then you should head over to Fraser Cameron's affiliate marketing blog. Yep, there it is. Fraser really knows his stuff and he's often got the inside scoop on the industry. He also does a podcast as well that includes all the basics as well as more advanced stuff. Very useful and another great example of real insight and advice coming from a blog rather than traditional media. And it's got a beautiful Edinburgh blog too. So there we are, folks, another BizPod TV in the bag. Coming up in our next show, we've got a great interview with the CEO of online outsourcing hub peopleperhour.com, so make sure you check that one out. Until then, do head over to the blog to comment or drop us an email. And don't forget to spread the word. And now we're up on Apple iTunes, incidentally, so make sure you subscribe there. Just click on the iTunes logo on our website at bizpodtv.com. See you then. If you want to share your thoughts, just head over to the blog or drop us an email at info@bizpodtv.com. Oh, Freudian slip.
We can save that for the
brilliant.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.